Greetings, welcome. Today we are drawing a 10-lined June beetle. And so I'm going to show it to you here just a second. I've got a live one and I also, well, not a live one. I have a real one that I collected that was dead in my front yard. And then I also have a cool photo of one that you can see above here. So the 10-lined June beetles are super cool. They're one of my favorite beetles. They're native to the Pacific Northwest into Canada. And as larvae, they live underground and they eat the roots of trees and sometimes crops as well. So farmers don't always love them, but they are native. And then as adults, they fly around the forest and they eat pine needles. And this is a male that we're looking at. And the way you can tell is he's got these really big antennae. And they're kind of like paper plates, sort of, that they can open and close. And those antennae are made to look for females. They sniff out the females' pheromones that are ready to mate. And so they fly around all summer mating, and then they'll lay eggs, and then they'll die. But they're one of the biggest and most beautiful. And they're called the 10-lined because they have all these white lines on them. And so we're going to draw this one. You can also see the wings. So under the area that has all the lines, you see the wings at the bottom. And so they lift up the part that has lines on it. That's called the elytra. That pair of hardened wings is called the elytra. They lift those up so that they can fly with the actual flight wings that are underneath them. And you can see those below here. And then you can also see the 3 pairs of legs like all insects have. Now we're going to switch over to this one so that you can see it better. And that's as close as I can get, sorry, but you can just follow along and watch me drawing it. And so you can see how large it is. They're pretty large. So anyway, welcome live and replay viewers. And so thanks so much for joining me today. And this is my series of 10-minute sketching activities. So we're just going to go for about 10 minutes so that you can fit it into your day. Okay, so I'm going to draw this nice and big so that you can see it. So what I do usually is I'll draw a line that kind of represents how big my whole drawing is going to be. And then I'm going to add the head first. And I'm trying to get my picture here. My picture, because I'm looking at it at a different angle than you are. So I want to make sure I can see it at the same angle you are. Okay, and so the head, so all insects have 3 parts. And so the head has the eyes and mouth parts. And so it has these cool eyes here. And I hope you can see that. I hope that's not too blown out. Let me see. Let me see if I can. No, the other way around. Well, that's a little better. You'll see it when I get it darker. Anyway, so that's the eyes. I'll make it darker here so you can see it. And then the mouth is kind of this plate-like thing here. And then the antennae are attached there too. And so in this one, they're kind of squeezed together because they're dead. But in real life, it would look more like the one I showed you. And there's a little angle. And then there's the plates. And I forgot kind of how many of them there are. But anyway, and they don't have to be exactly mirror images because they can move those separately, just like you and I can move our arms and legs. So that's there. And then we have the next part. And so after the head, there's the thorax. And then that kind of comes down like this. And that's got some stripes on it. We'll add in a minute. And then we have the abdomen. Can I see that? Yeah. Oh, there we go. So then there's the abdomen. And so that consists First of this part that's kind of this half circle here that all beetles have. I think it's called the scutellum. I forgot the name of it. Hi, thanks for joining me live. We're drawing the 10-lined June beetle. And then we have the elytra, which are the hardened wings. So most insects have two pairs of wings, except for true flies, which only have one pair. But in beetles, the outer pair is hardened, kind of for protection. And then it's the inner pair that we don't see in this one that is the ones for flight. So this one has their wings slightly open. So I'm going to kind of go like that and then go like that. So you can kind of see the body underneath. And then from my angle, well, you see a little bit of it's the soft part, the rump is right there. Okay, so I'm going to now erase this tri-line that was in the middle. Remember, we're doing this quick, only 10 minutes each. Okay. And then we're going to start drawing the lines. This guy's the 10-line June beetle. And so on its head, it doesn't really have any lines. But on the thorax, it has this line in the middle. And then it's got these other two lines, these white lines. And then on the thorax, it has a line on the edge, the abdomen, sorry, and then a line in the middle, sort of, and then another line here, and then some other lines you can't really see on the edge. And then I'm going to try to get these sort of, it's kind of hard to make them exact. So yeah, we're drawing the 10-lined June beetle. Okay, so yeah, hello. All righty. So now we just have a few more minutes because I'm going to try to make these 10-minute sketching demos. So I'm just going to add some soft charcoal here. And I'm going to put my glasses on. So again, this is the mouth parts and the head and the eyes. And I'm going to fill those in except for a little highlight so it looks alive. And then the antennae, again, this is the male, and they have these huge antennae so that they can smell the pheromones of the females who are ready to mate. And then we've got the next part here. I could actually add, I'll be shading this in a second, because we do have to shade this so that we can actually see the 10 lines, don't we? So I'm going to just add this, and then I'm going to blend it with my blending stomp in a second. Well, there's a line right in the middle of the scutellum too. This looks a little messy right here, but I'm going to blend it. So hello, H quartimes. I hope you're drawing along with me, or if you're not, you can always gather some art supplies and watch later. And then this was kind of where it's open. It was kind of more in shadow like that. Okay, and then I'm going to just blend it with my little blending stomps, which makes it look fun. And of course, you can spend a lot of time shadowing this if you want. Beetles are one of my favorite all-time subjects to draw. And you might have seen I put one of my paintings on Instagram and Facebook from one of these guys that I rescued last year. It was looked like it was dying inside this restaurant, and so I took it with me out to the forest where I've seen a lot of them living in the wild. So I figured if he was going to die, he might as well die out in nature. But as soon as I got it out of the car, um, it kind of woke up like it smelled its native habitat, and I was so excited, and it flew off. Okay. Now they do have legs, obviously. So now legs are kind of complicated to draw. So I'm just gonna kind of get them in the shadow here. Legs have lots of parts, but I'm just gonna kind of indicate it because we don't have time. Because I want to keep within our 10 minutes. So we see the legs there a little bit. I'm going to show you this once more. So this one that I'm showing is the photograph. I found this photograph on iNaturalist. And so this really is cool. It shows it shows the wings that are coming out the bottom, kind of like here. And so, we could add those a little bit. But if it was flying away, it would lift up those elytra and it would expand the wings and fly away. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the 10-lined June beetle. And yeah, oh yeah, this is the 10-lined June beetle because it comes out in June, but this is July, so they come out all summer. And yeah, so today's July 19th. I've been doing these every day or every few days for the past month. So if you want to see the other ones, the best place to go is over on YouTube, where I have a whole playlist of these 10-minute drawing demos. And so, yeah, I hope you will continue to work on yours because it could use some more work for sure. This is just to start to get your basic anatomy down. And yeah, I think I'm going to work on mine a bit more. I'm actually going to a class this morning on drawing and painting insects, and I'll probably bring this guy along with me and do kind of a more detailed drawing and maybe even a watercolor painting. Okay, so I promise to keep these to 10 minutes. Yeah, I promise to keep these to 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, see the other series on my YouTube channel on the 10-minute playlist. So take care. Thanks for joining me, both live and replay viewers. And we'll see you next time. Bye.